One of the most common poses and movements done in yoga is tree pose. I am a one-legged balance fanatic. I love them. I find them extremely beneficial for everyone's body. Balance is very important, especially as we start to get older. Learning how to hold balance is key, and tree pose is a great way to do that. I recommend finding a spot where there's a counter close by or a wall you can support if you need, a block if you want for under your foot, or just keeping a toe on the floor. And just take a moment, take a few deep breaths, wiggle yourself around, let your body and your mind kind of let go. And I'll give you a few key tricks that I find help in any standing yoga pose. Start to shift your weight into your left leg. And when you get the weight into your left leg, let your shoulders drop down and back. Let your chest, ribs, hips all nicely line each other up. And then just start to swing your right foot. Let it brush across the floor. And then come to land on the tip of your toes. So to rotate your right leg outward. Slide your right heel right against your left ankle, sorry. You can stay right here. You can let your arms come out to your sides. You can rest them around. You can wave them around fanatically. Or you can start to slide your right heel up to your left calf. The shape of your calf fits very, very nicely with the instep of your foot. Pressing your heel and your toes into your left thigh, trying to keep your hips as squared, not leaning off to one side or the other, or forwards or backwards. It actually is going to put your balance at more risk because your spine isn't stacked and your muscles aren't holding themselves strong. So try to keep your hips as stable as you can, keeping them squeezed in towards each other. Sometimes squeezing those glute muscles is a good help here. Drawing your ribs in towards your spine and just breathing here. And maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you keep your arms out a little bit for balance. Maybe you keep them right out to your sides for balance. Maybe you gently press a finger on a countertop or a wall to keep you safe and stable and balanced. Maybe you let your arms come up and down. Maybe you move them frantically again. This is a great practice to do. Finding a one-legged balance and moving your arms in complete opposite directions. Oftentimes, when we're falling, our arms aren't beautifully sweeping up and down with our breath. If we're falling, our arms are all over the place. So learning to have your balance in all these different places while holding a balance is a great way to challenge your balance and get a stronger sense of center. Maybe this is really easy for you. Maybe you want to challenge yourself a little bit further. You can start to slide your right foot up, maybe reach around, find your ankle and slide it up to the inside of your left thigh. The only place you don't want to press your right foot is right into your knee. It can put a lot of strain on the joint and can cause issues. And if you start to fall out of this pose, you can put too much weight into your right leg and push into your left knee, which unfortunately can cause dislocations and tears in the knee. So you want to be above or below the knee for safety purposes. Pressing your right heel and your right toes into the center of your thigh. Again, squeezing your buttocks or your hips in together, ribs are drawn into your spine, shoulders are down, your arms are either on your sides, up, down, flailing frantically, however you want to be here. Now, if balance isn't the easiest thing for you and you find it's a struggle, there are a few key tips that I love to use to help you here. One of them, and I find is one of the most beneficial because it does multiple things, is really long, slow exhales. Taking your breath in as normal, but just slowly focusing on a really long, extended exhale. One, it's calming your breath down so you're breathing slowly and smoothly, which helps your body stay at ease and calm. And two, it's taking the focus away from the fact that you're standing on one leg right now. You're focusing on your breath. If you're lined up and your shoulders are down and back and your ribs are in and your hips and everything are nicely aligned and you're pressing your right foot into your left leg, whether it's thigh or calf, or it's heel into ankle, if you're breathing slowly, you're calming your body and you're focusing on that. And that's a big one. Another one is finding something to focus on somewhere out in front of you. It can be a wall. It can be a spot on the floor that has no movement. Find something in that. Don't just stare at an empty wall. Find a focal point. Maybe a chip in the paint, a flaw in the wall, a screw, a piece of art. On the floor, maybe a knot in the wood if you've got a wood floor, or the corner where the carpet meets the hardwood, something like that. The corner of a chair. Something to really draw your focus into. And at any point, if you fall out and you lose your balance, just gently come back in. Start at the beginning again. To err is human. We fall out of postures. It's normal. Getting back in is what makes yogi. And what makes you you, and what makes you keep trying. It's what's going to make you proud of yourself. So keep going with that. At one point, after 30 seconds to a minute to, in this case, almost 6 minutes of holding your tree pose, switch feet. Before you switch feet, though, give your hips a little wiggle, let your body relax, take a few deep breaths, look around a little bit, and then start back in. Shifting your weight into your right leg, swinging your left foot around, landing on the tips of your left toes, rolling your hip out, pressing your heel into your right ankle, shoulders are back, ribs are stacked over hips, hips are in line with each other, taking a nice breath, either holding here, arms wherever you want them to be right now, or you can start to slide your foot up into the instep of your instep into calf. Again, it's a beautiful fit. They fit so nicely together. Or if that's good and you feel it's a little easy, or you just want to challenge yourself a bit more, start to slide up, reach down with that left ankle, press your heel and your toes into the inside of your right thigh. Find your breath, make sure you're stacked, make sure you're not pressing your left and right hips out anywhere. Try to stay stacked as well as you can. And again, come back to your slow breaths, your focal point, placing your arms wherever is best for you, and breathing. Most importantly, breathing, holding here. And I'm not going to stay and hold. You can hold these as long or as little as you want. It can be for 2 breaths, 5 breaths. It can be for 2 minutes. And then whenever you feel ready, just slide back down, come out of it, give your hips and everybody a little wiggle. One of the ways I got used to holding balances quite a bit and doing weird holds with my balances is I have an electric toothbrush. This seems like it's a weird story. I have an electric toothbrush, which means each quadrant of my mouth is 30 seconds. It's 2 minutes in total. While I'm in the bathroom brushing my teeth, I do all kinds of weird standing. Maybe I'm in tree pose, maybe I'm just standing like a praying mantis, except one hand is near my mouth. Maybe I'm kicking my leg all over the place while I'm doing it. Maybe I'm looking around while I do these things to challenge my balance. The nice part is your counter is a finger touch, a hand touch away, so you can do all these weird balancy things, moving around however you need while brushing your teeth and changing your focus. And it starts to strengthen your balance and your hand-eye balance coordination levels. It is a great practice. I do recommend locking the door when you do this, because if somebody walks in the bathroom and you've got one leg up and you're wiggling around while you brush your teeth, people might start to question what you're doing. Or they might be impressed when you tell them that you're working on your balance. I hope that helped. I hope you enjoy. Good luck. Thank you. Have a great afternoon.